What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last episode we sent the sand ship back into the past, and now in this episode, well, hopefully we should be able to finish things up here, because honestly we don't have a ton left to do. It's just that what's left to do is very time consuming and kinda confusing. Like, no doubt this is the part of the temple that confuses most people, myself included, because there's just so many different ways you can go about doing this section of the temple. Like, you can start in a number of different areas, and I'm sure there's like a really efficient route for this, but really what I'm going to do is just complete it the way I'm used to completing it, and you can feel free to either follow this or branch off and do your own thing. Anyways, we're going to start by stepping into this light. Now, Fi does want to talk to us, but I'm going to ignore her and instead just take out my bow and look up, because obviously, yeah, we can hit the time shift crystal from down here and sort of change the time period of the entire ship, and that's basically what Fi would have told us, and that's the main gimmick of this section of the temple, just switching time periods. That way you can access like various different rooms and different puzzle elements, stuff like that. Anyways, inside this chest we got ourselves the dungeon map, so now we can finally see all those rooms that we have yet to visit inside the sand ship, which, to be honest, isn't too many. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go and activate this switch. That way we can reach this back room from both the present and the past. Now, you might be tempted to go and change it back to the past right now, but I'm going to hold off on that for just a moment, because there's like one little subsection of puzzles that we can take care of right now while we're in the present. So yeah, whenever you see light shining through, chances are there is something you can do with your bow, so keep an eye out for that. This just happens to be like shooting this eye switch, which will unlock that door. Now, if we were in the past, that sort of like fan thing would have been spinning, making it like impossible to hit that switch, which is why I wanted to come in here first before like I switch things back to the past. And hey, got ourselves another amber relic, not bad. You know, I honestly do need to start farming up for materials, that way I can upgrade all my items. It's just that it takes so long to get materials, I've just like been putting that off, but maybe I'll do that between this episode and the next one, not too sure. Anyways, yeah, just pull that block back, then you can step on this switch, and guess what? It's going to reveal another eye switch that we need to hit. So let's charge up our bow once again and activate that switch, or randomly hit like the side of something. Okay, I don't know why that first shot did not hit, because I swear that was like in the same exact location, but whatever, game, whatever. So now that that is done, we basically set something up for ourselves, and I don't believe we can finish that right now. Like, I think we actually need to make it back in the past, so I'm gonna go and change time periods real quick, then we should be able to finish up what I just started, and also take on the rooms on the other side of that section of the ship, because basically what we're trying to do is activate these two generators that are down here, and we need to activate these generators, that way we can sort of start the pistons in the engine room and reach the brig from an alternate sort of entrance. And the reason why we're doing that, of course, is because we need to rescue Skipper's crew. And I really didn't mention this before, but yeah, we can't just like walk down to the bridge and open up the door. It's not that easy. So yeah, we need to activate this alternate exit. So real quick, before I forget, let's actually go into this room and turn on the first generator, because I was gonna go and like start making my way to the second generator room, but I realized that by the time I'm done, I may have the ship in the past. Alright, so yeah, just like before, let's stick our sword in, turn this to the left, and turn on the first generator. And now the ship is starting to come back to life. Master, I am detecting very strong vibrations. Signs indicate that activating this mechanism has caused something within the ship to begin moving. The current situation is difficult to accurately assess, but I suggest hurrying to the crew in the brig and freeing them first. Yeah, see, that would seem like a smart idea, but I just finished explaining that we can't really do anything with the crew right now, so we're gonna continue like activating both of these generators. Let's make our way over to the left side now and see what we can do. This is actually where the shortcut that we created in the last episode is going to come into play. You know, the one with that weird little dinghy boat like hanging off the side of the ship. We're going to make a lot of use of that thing coming up. And man, I really stinking hate these dumb electric bokoblins. Like, they're stupid swords. You make one wrong move and they just like stun you. And I tend to do that a lot because I just play this game like very recklessly. Like, normally people in the comments like call me out on how bad I usually play Zelda games by not using my shield and just going like in when I'm not supposed to, but surprisingly enough, I haven't really gotten too many of that like this particular Let's Play. So I'm either assuming I'm playing better than people expect, or I'm just like not as terrible as I thought I was at Skyward Sword combat, because honestly I was really worried about that when I was starting this project. Like, man, people are gonna yell at me and get mad at me so much because I was awful at the combat. Like, that was one of the things that I was actively trying to improve, you know, when I started this project, was getting better at the combat, and I think I have to some degree. Anyways, yeah, you just want to ride the dinghy back up to the deck of the ship and quickly shoot the time shift crystal, because in the past there was sort of an electricity grid blocking the way to where the second generator is. Now obviously in the future that grid is completely gone, so we can ride back down and we should just be able to walk in to where that generator is. Problem is, we can't actually activate the generator unless it's in the future, but the game knows that, and they provided like another sort of thing that we can shoot through and reactivate the time shift stone. So let's do that very quickly, and then we'll activate the second generator. I gotta like watch my arrow count too, because I want to make sure I don't get too low, but I'm doing alright so far. Anyways, let's just turn this to the left, and there we go. Second generator activated, and more pistons come to life. And with that, we've done it. Master, I'm detecting strong vibrations again. The current situation is difficult to accurately assess, but I suggest hurrying to the area beneath the crew in the brig first. See, now you've got the right idea. Fine, we need to go to the area underneath the crew in the brig, and that's precisely where we're going. So, let's activate the switch. That way we can get out of here and make our way down there. Like, you may have noticed, when we sort of activated the shortcut for the dinghy, that there was a ladder to the right of the dinghy, and that ladder takes us down to where like the engine room is, and that's basically right underneath where the crew is being held. So we're gonna go and rescue the crew, and yes, you want to make sure you do this in the past, since obviously if you do this in the future, the crew would be dead, and there's really no point in rescuing a dead crew unless it was a skeleton crew. But see, I got jokes, guys. They're not good, but they're jokes, so, you know, whatever. Anyways, here we are inside the engine room. As you guys can see, there are some very large pistons. And do not get crushed by them. That should be like the most basic of any advice ever. Like, yeah, of course you don't want to stand under the giant metal object crushing towards your body. It's not gonna be good. Anyways, let's just wait for... Whoa, that was kind of strange. I'm not really sure why Link did the jump animation there. Maybe the like collision box of the piston was still active for a couple of seconds even though it was moving. Kind of strange. Anyways, yeah, whip onto that post, and actually you want to swing your way into this little tiny alcove, because we can get ourselves some goodies by climbing this ladder, since up here is just like this secret area and all that's inside is 5 chests. Yeah, that's literally all that's up here, just 5 chests waiting to be collected. So let's open them all up. I'm pretty sure like this is supposed to be the treasure room of the ship. You know, like pirates ran this ship for who knows how long, and these 5 chests are everything that they've collected throughout the years, which honestly makes them pretty bad pirates, because there's not a whole lot here. Like 3 of the chests contain random treasures, and the other 2 contain silver rupees. So I mean, the rupees, those aren't too bad, but the treasures are just like, you know, random stuff that we may or may not need. So overall, I'd probably give these pirates like a 3 out of 10. Not really good at their job. However, the pirate captain, he was a pretty tough boss, so that alone gives them like all 3 points. They don't really get points for anything else, just because they're pretty bad at their jobs. And, you know, in fact, I did kill their captain, too. So I guess that does, like, get rid of those 3 points that I gave them. So, 0 out of 10. Worst pirates ever. Anyways, now that we got all those treasures, we can make our way through this set of pistons. And now we just gotta gun it. Yeah, it's not really that, you know, threatening or that, intensive. Just run forward and you'll make it through there, no problem. Now, if I can get on top of this, ooh, yeah, that actually works. Sweet, not bad. But yeah, I want to jump from that piston to this one, and now, we can activate this switch using our whip. Maybe. Alright, you know what, screw it, never mind, I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I tried to use the whip, man, like, I tried. The whip doesn't really get a whole lot of use in this game, and I wanted to use it there, but, just didn't work. All that did, though, was create a shortcut back to the beginning of this area that we'll be making use of very shortly. For now, though, we do want to go up this ladder because, guess what? There's another switch that we can find, and I'm not even going to bother using the whip. I'll just activate this one normally. And guess what? Doing that, we've effectively saved the crew of the ship. You are human, right, Verm? How did you get in here, Zert? So, you came with Skipper to rescue us, Verm. You've made us so happy, Zert. Really, Verm, you came on board to find Nehru's flame, Zert. If you want to reveal Nehru's flame, you're going to have to regain control of the ship, Fweep. The control room is next to the brig, but its huge door is sealed shut and you'll need a key to open it, Verm. First, you should head to the captain's cabin, Zert. The control room key should be in there, Veep. Please, take this key as thanks for rescuing us, Verm. This key will open the door to the captain's cabin, Veep. Alright, so he gives us exactly what we need. Well, thanks a lot, little buddy. You can get to the captain's cabin through the door on the deck in the back, Verm. Alright, yes, we know exactly where that is, so we're fine. But I'm getting out of here, Verm. Sorry to leave you on your own, but you look like you can handle it, Zert. We're counting on you, Veep. Alright, that's fine. Get out of here, little buddy. Save yourself, because I'm certainly not going to carry you all the way back. Anyways, with that, the crew has been saved. And believe it or not, yeah, we're actually just going to follow him and make our way back up to the deck, because the fastest way to the deck from the brig is by using that little dinghy shortcut we made in the last episode. So, since we did create a shortcut in this room, we can basically skip going through all those pistons and stuff like that, and just, exit out to that ladder on the outside of the ship. So yeah, really, there's only a few more things left for us to do. Like, honestly, we haven't done a whole lot already. Like I said, there isn't a whole lot left for us to do. It's just that the stuff that we need to do takes a very long time to complete. But I promise you, we're almost done. I'm actually really looking forward to taking on the boss of this temple, because it is one of my favorites. Like, it's just a lot of fun, and the design is something that reminds me of, like, Monsters, Inc., and you'll see what I mean once we sort of fight it. Anyways, let's take this dinghy all the way back up to the deck, because that is essentially the fastest way back up here. Like, we could go all the way around, but there's really no point in doing so. And, in fact, before we do anything else, let's remember to hit the time shift stone. That way we can send everything back to the present time period, because we do want it to be in the present time period when we go inside Skipper's cabin. Plus, that does get rid of, like, a majority of the enemies that would be out here on the deck. So, I don't know, it just makes our life a little bit easier. Okay, so here we are inside Skipper's cabin. Just like with the other side of the ship, you want to go down the right section first, because really, this is the only section we can do anything. Now, yeah, there's some enemies over here, so let's take these guys out very quickly. And then, since there is like a giant beam of light, well, you know what we gotta do. Let's take our bow and reactivate the time shift stone. And you want to do it while you're down here, because obviously if we had this in the past before, there would have been like a giant electric grid blocking this room. Now, here's the tricky thing. I kind of want to get rid of this BMO while avoiding that Bokoblin. That actually worked out a lot better than expected, so hooray, we did it! And we got ourselves an ornamental skull. Oh boy, the day just keeps getting better and better, guys. Okay, so now that we've done that, we should be able to step on this switch, which will, yeah, sort of open up that gate, allowing us to hit another eye switch with our bow and arrows. So, let's charge up an arrow real quick, and bam, there we go. I thought for a second I was actually gonna miss that. Like, my hand is really shaky for whatever reason when I aim the bow, so yeah, I tend to miss a lot of shots just because my hand is like wiggling constantly, and I don't really know what to do to like stop that. Alright, so in this room, yeah, move very quickly because there are a ton of BMO in here, and they have a very long reach on their lasers, so you kind of want to move quickly and move fast, that way you can take them out before they deal a ton of damage to you, so please let me get rid of the second one. Alright, there we go. And ooh, don't you even dare. Look how long that reach is, man. That is ridiculous. You just need to die, please. And there we go. So yeah, once you defeat all three of those, the gate guarding the boss door object will open up, and now we can finally get the key that we need. So check it out. We got ourselves the squid carving. Yeah, really weird name for what it is. Master, I conjecture that this is the key to the control room mentioned by the crew. My memory indicates that the location of the door to the control room is marked with the X symbol. Yes, indeed it is. Alright, cool. I suggest you quickly make your way to the control room. Well, you know what, Fi? That's a very good suggestion because we've essentially finished up everything in this temple, and now all that's left is to make our way to that boss door. So let's do it, guys. I'm excited. Like, I'm really glad we finished up this temple. We actually did that fairly quickly too. Like, it really didn't take us too long. The boss fight itself might take us a little bit longer too because it is kind of a longer fight. And actually, I don't even need to activate the or deactivate the time shift crystal. I just need to go directly to the boss room. I don't know what I was thinking. It'd be kind of dumb to, you know, deactivate the time shift crystal because the boss door in the present is guarded by those barbed wire spike things. So yeah, you definitely want to go to this boss door in the past. Alright, so the easiest way down there is by, yeah, using the dinghy, and then we can go down this flight of stairs, but first I'd like to get some arrows. Perfect! There we go! Yeah, the arrows are going to be, like, really important during this fight, and you can pick up arrows during the fight, but, I find it easier to just grab them before going into the fight, that way, you know, you're better prepared. And this is the last enemy standing in our way, so let's try and take him out without losing all our HP. That'd be nice. There we go. Jeez. Doesn't really matter too much anyways, since, yeah, there is a stool that we can sit on and restore our heart. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll go and open up that boss door. And this one's pretty easy to do, so let's examine this real quick. And, oh, hang on, wrong button. Oh, that was really close. I always press B instead of A. But, yeah, make sure the eye is facing you. And that's really all there is to it to opening up this boss door. So hopefully you guys are ready, because now we're gonna start this fight. Or maybe not? Uh-oh. That's certainly not good. That's right, the ship is under attack, so we gotta get out of here, man. There is nothing for us to do inside this control room. Let's make our way to the top of the ship, and quickly. A report, Master. Judging by their size, these tentacles belong to a monster of considerable size. The current situation is difficult to determine with complete accuracy, but signs indicate that the ship is under attack. You don't say. If we do nothing, there is an 80% chance the ship will capsize. I recommend forcing it back with the sacred power, then exiting to further assess the current situation. Alright, so what she's saying is, charge up your skyward strike. That's how we're going to take out these tentacles and make our way back to the deck of the ship. It's like pretty much the only way you can attack these tentacles, and it does take a little while to charge up, but trust me, it takes them out in one hit, so it's definitely worth it. And yeah, sort of as we're making progress, the ship actually is flooding, so it adds to the tension of this sort of escape segment. And I gotta say, I really do like this escape segment. Like, it adds to the suspense of the battle itself, and it's a nice twist on like the normal temple formula, because you don't really expect to have something like this sort of... Oh geez, that was not smart. I kind of forgot that tentacle was there. Ran right into that one. But yeah, you don't want to get too close to them because they can grab you and they will send you back a little bit farther. So let's not do that again, and instead we'll charge up a Skyward Strike. That way, you know, we can get rid of that second tentacle. So come here, buddy. Let's charge up and get out of here. I don't want to deal with you any longer. I always have like trouble charging on my Skyward Strikes because I feel like I'm holding my Wiimote upwards enough, but it like takes a little while for the game to register that I'm holding it like completely upward. Anyways, though, here's the second section flooded, and now we really can't go back down, so let's keep going up. Thankfully, we're basically at the deck. Warning, Master. I sense an evil presence on the other side of this door. There is a 90% chance that it is the primary body mass of the creatures whose tentacles are destroying the ship. I suggest making all necessary preparations before exiting to the outside of the ship. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fi is trying to make a joke because you really cannot do anything in this room. Like, the save statue's gone, so there's no final preparations that you can make. Like, you better be ready at this point. Well, looks like we're not going back in there. And oh geez, this is not looking good for us. And there it is. Like I said before, it looks like something straight out of Monsters, Inc. I kind of like it, but this is the Abyssal Leviathan Tantalus. So it's a giant tentacle monster. I mean, what'd you expect? This game was made in Japan. Anyways, though, to fight this thing, you want to charge up your Skyward Strike, and that's essentially what you want to do. Just charge up your strike and then cut down all the tentacles. After you cut down enough of them, it will sort of allow you to start attacking the boss itself. Now, you want to make sure you do your slashes at sort of an angle or at the side and not like vertically, because if you do it vertically, it'll just like sort of hit the tentacles, not chop them off, which is not what you want to do, and it can be kind of difficult to do that while you're holding your sword upwards, so just do whatever feels comfortable for you and try and knock down as many tentacles as you can. Once you knock down enough of them, yeah, he's going to appear directly in front of you, and now you want to shoot the eye. I mean, what else do you do to a giant eye in Zelda anyways? And oh my gosh, can I please just get a hit? There we go. Jeez, that took entirely too many arrows. Yeah, so once he falls down, just walk up to the eye and start going ham. Alright, there we go. This is a pretty lengthy fight just because there's a lot of steps involved. Like, you need to take down the tentacles, then you need to hit him with an arrow, and then you can actually start dealing damage to him. But Phase 1 is generally more of the same. The only minor changes are that the tentacles will appear more often. They can grab you, and they might start appearing from behind you. So you want to constantly keep moving and charging up your Skyward Strikes. That way you can take out as many tentacles as you possibly can. And there we go. Alright, so he should appear. There he is. Hey, little buddy. And now we kind of want to do this quickly because I think he might start slamming down his arms. And yeah, he can hit you if you're standing still. So when he charges up, I do recommend like either strafing left or right while you're holding your bow, and you should be able to avoid a majority of his attacks. And there we go, finally. I cannot aim to save my life when it comes to this guy. I really don't know why, but at least we did get another set of hits in. So I think one more, and then we can move on to phase number 2. And that one is the more interesting phase to me. At least it's a little more fun, although it is a little bit easier. Like, this is the harder of the two phases and the longer of the two phases, but phase 2 has like a lot of really cool elements to it. And whoa, that tentacle tried to grab me. I don't appreciate that, bro. You do not have my full consent. Alright, let's keep chopping down these tentacles, and I think that did it. I like how they sort of like wiggle around after you cut them off too. It's a really nice touch. Alright, there he is. Come on, can I please get an early hit on this guy? I know I can. Oh my gosh, that was so close. No. Okay, good. We dodged that one. Come on, man. Why am I so bad at aiming? Oh man. Did not get the dodge that time around. Please just stop hitting me, dude. Oh no. Alright, good. We dodged that one. And there we go. Finally. We got the hit. And this should be it for phase 1. Yeah, there we go. Alright, not bad, guys. Not bad. I mean, my aim could have been better, but, overall, pretty decent fight. Now he's going like all-out rage mode, so standing here is not the safest place. We should probably go up a little bit higher on the ship and watch out for these barrels. It's Donkey Kong up in here. Gotta avoid those. And here's where the rest of the fight is going to take place. On the back of the ship, if you will. So now instead of having like giant tentacles attack us, his sword of hair is going to attack us, and you'll see what I mean in a second. But thankfully, the game is nice enough to give us, like, one free hit right when we start phase 2. So, same deal as before, attack the eye, then go up and deal some damage with your sword. That's all you really want to do. But after you do get that free hit, run back, because you kind of want to, like, get as far away from us as you can, and then just start swinging your sword randomly, because his hair is going to attack you. It's like a bunch of snakes, kind of like Medusa. Really gross, so let's give this guy a haircut. And, that's pretty much all you want to do. So, once he stops attacking you, try and aim for his eye. There we go. And now this might be it. Let's see if we can deal the final few blows. Bam! Down goes Tantalus. Really fun fight. Kinda stinks because I feel like I just killed someone from Monsters Inc., which is a really good Pixar movie, but still, he had to go because we need that second Sacred Flame. And the heart container is nice as well. Like, I'm never going to turn down a heart container unless maybe I was doing like a 3-heart run, which, yeah, I'm definitely not doing. Alright, and guess what? Up here on the deck of the ship itself is where we're gonna find the crest to activate to get ourselves the second flame. But first, let's go and pick up this heart container. So, with that, I believe that increases our capacity to, yeah, 16 hearts, technically 17 if you count the metal that we don't currently have equipped. Anyways, let's get this flame. The flames of Nehru have transformed your blade, expanding Fi's powers. She can now help you use your dowsing ability to search for more objects. Oh, great. With your sword enhanced, you can learn a new melody. I recommend we return to the Isle of Songs. Thank you for getting me my ship back, Verm. It may have been half wrecked, but my crew and I got it shaped up to almost proper working order in no time, Vert. I wish you good luck in finding whomever it is you're looking for, Fweep. Come visit again, you're welcome anytime, Veep. Alright, Skipper, well, thank you very much for the offer. Anyways, since we did just enhance our sword, we probably should go and learn that new melody, but we'll do that in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.